Hey, what's up everyone? So today we're going on, honestly, the most insane journey across America you've ever seen. And we're not going to Times Square or the Hollywood sign. Nope, we're heading to places so secret, so unbelievable that honestly most people don't even know they exist. I'm talking about hidden caves that honestly look like they're made of diamonds, ancient forests that are like thousands of years old, and waterfalls that are literally turquoise. These are the top 10 most mind-blowing secret destinations in the entire United States, and I promise you by the end of this video you'll be questioning everything you thought you knew about this country. But before we jump in, I've got a little challenge for you. As we go through these 10 insane spots, I want you to comment down below if you've actually been to any of them. All right, enough talk. Let's get into the first unbelievable secret destination. Before we reveal our first secret spot, let's talk about what makes these hidden destinations so extraordinary. Across the United States, nature is constantly at work, sculpting, freezing, eroding, and growing in ways that most of us never get to see. From ancient glaciers carving out vast lakes to underground rivers slowly dissolving rock, these forces create mind-blowing places that seem almost otherworldly. But it's not just about geology or climate. There's a bit of magic in how these places come together. Sometimes it takes the perfect storm of weather, timing, and luck to catch these locations at their best. That's why so many of America's secret destinations are fleeting, changing every year, and sometimes existing for only a few precious weeks. As we journey through this list, keep in mind that every spot isn't just a place. It's a living, breathing work of art, shaped by the wildest forces on the planet. And now, let's kick things off with a destination that's only accessible when nature decides to unlock its icy doors. Before we continue our countdown, let's pause for a closer look at one of the most surprising wonders on our list, Great Basin National Park in Nevada. At first glance, this park might seem like just another stretch of desert, but hidden within its boundaries are some of the oldest living organisms on Earth, ancient bristlecone pine trees. These twisted, wind-battered survivors have stood in place for nearly 5,000 years, quietly witnessing the rise and fall of civilizations. Walking among them feels like stepping back in time, surrounded by silent guardians of history. But the magic of Great Basin doesn't end above ground. Far beneath your feet, the Lemon Caves await. These underground chambers are adorned with rare and unusual formations, delicate shields, swirling helictites, and shimmering crystals that look almost otherworldly. Exploring these caves is like venturing into a secret world where every corner reveals new and unexpected beauty. And when night falls, the park transforms yet again. Thanks to its remote location, Great Basin is one of the best places in America to see the stars. Imagine standing beneath a sky so dark that the Milky Way stretches from horizon to horizon with shooting stars streaking overhead. In Great Basin, time moves slowly and nature's masterpieces are everywhere you look, if you know where to find them. Before we reveal more hidden gems, let's take a detour to one of the most exclusive and surreal landscapes in America, the Wave, tucked away in the remote Coyote Buttes of Arizona. This isn't just a hike, it's a pilgrimage for those lucky enough to win the permit lottery. Only a handful of visitors are allowed each day, preserving the fragile beauty of this natural wonder. The journey begins with a challenging trek across sun-baked desert with no signs to guide you to them, just GPS coordinates and determination. But as you crest the final ridge, the world transforms. Before you lies a breathtaking expanse of undulating sandstone, sculpted over millions of years by wind and water. The colors are almost unreal. Ribbons of red, gold, and pink swirling together like a living painting. Walking through the Wave feels like stepping onto another planet, where every curve and contour is a masterpiece crafted by time itself. The silence here is profound, broken only by the crunch of sand beneath your boots and the occasional whisper of wind. It's a reminder of how wild, unpredictable, and beautiful nature can be, offering up moments of wonder if we're willing to seek them out. The Wave is more than just a destination. It's a fleeting experience, a secret kept by the desert, and a testament to the artistry of the earth itself. Rising abruptly from the rolling plains of northeastern Wyoming, Devil's Tower is one of America's most iconic and enigmatic landmarks. This colossal monolith, standing over 1,200 feet above the surrounding landscape, commands attention with its striking geometric columns, so perfectly formed they almost seem sculpted by giants. The tower's origins are a geological puzzle forged by volcanic forces millions of years ago. Its vertical grooves, formed by cooling magma, create a natural wonder unlike anything else in the world. But Devil's Tower is more than just a geological marvel. For centuries, it has been a sacred site for Native American tribes who tell stories of its creation woven with myth and meaning. Every June, a voluntary climbing closure honors these traditions, allowing uninterrupted ceremonies and connecting the present to the ancient past. Visitors today come from all over the globe, some to climb its sheer faces, others to simply stand in awe at its base. Whether you're drawn by its mysterious beauty, its spiritual significance, or the challenge of the climb, Devil's Tower leaves a lasting impression. In the shadow of this towering legend, you can feel the power of nature and the enduring stories that shape our understanding of the world. Tucked away, just a short drive from the hustle of Austin, Texas, lies a hidden oasis that feels worlds apart from the dry hill country landscape that surrounds it. This is Hamilton Pool Preserve, an enchanting natural grotto carved over thousands of years by the slow, persistent force of water. As you hike down the shaded trail, the air cools and the sounds of the city fade, replaced by the gentle chorus of birds and the distant rush of water. Suddenly, the land drops away, revealing a breathtaking scene. A collapsed limestone dome forms a wide, sheltered cave, and from its rim, a 50-foot waterfall tumbles gracefully into a shimmering jade-green pool below. Sunlight streams through the canopy, reflecting off the water and illuminating moss-covered rocks. The pool itself is fed by an underground spring, keeping the water refreshingly cool even during the hottest Texas summers. Visitors can swim beneath the waterfall, explore the rocky overhangs, or simply relax on the sandy shore, surrounded by the echoes of water and the tranquil beauty of nature. Hamilton Pool feels like a secret sanctuary, a fairy tale hideaway where time slows down and the outside world disappears. Whether you're seeking adventure or a peaceful escape, this natural wonder is a reminder that some of the most magical places are hidden just beneath the surface, waiting to be discovered. Now, let's journey to a place that looks less like Earth and more like an alien planet, Fly Geyser in Nevada. Hidden on the edge of the Black Rock Desert, this vibrant, steaming formation is one of the most surreal sights in the American West. Unlike most natural wonders, Fly Geyser is actually a happy accident. In the early 1900s, a well was drilled in search of irrigation water, but what was unleashed was something far more extraordinary. Over the decades, mineral-rich, geothermally heated water has erupted from the ground, building up layers of brilliant red, green, and yellow travertine. The colors come from heat-loving algae thriving in the constantly flowing, steaming water. The result, a fantastical three-story spire that hisses and bubbles, surrounded by terraced pools that shimmer in the desert sun. Access to Fly Geyser is limited, it's on private land, and you'll need a guided tour to get up close. But even from a distance, the geyser's rainbow hues and billowing steam clouds make it look like a living sculpture, ever-changing and alive. Standing here, you might feel like you've somehow stepped onto another world. A reminder of how sometimes Earth's strangest and most beautiful places are the ones that happen by pure chance. Now, let's travel to the rugged coastline of Oregon, where the Pacific puts on a show like nowhere else. Meet Thor's Well, a natural wonder that looks like a portal straight into the depths of the earth. At first glance, it appears to be just a rocky hole on the edge of Cape Perpetua. But when the tide is right, water surges in and out with such force it creates the illusion of the ocean, draining into an endless abyss. Thor's Well is actually a collapsed sea cave. Over centuries, relentless waves carved out the rock beneath, leaving behind this dramatic opening. When high tide rolls in, waves crash over the lip and pour into the well, only to explode back out in a foamy spray. The sound is thunderous and the rhythm is hypnotic, a reminder of just how powerful and unpredictable the sea can be. Photographers and adventurers flock here, especially at sunset when the sky glows and the water seems to catch fire. But be warned, Thor's Well is as dangerous as it is beautiful. Rogue waves and slippery rocks mean you have to keep your distance. Standing here watching the ocean's might, you can't help but feel small and totally awestruck by nature's raw, untamed power. Next, we're heading deep underground to one of America's most astonishing hidden worlds, Carlsbad Caverns in New Mexico. At first glance, the surface of the Chihuahuan Desert seems unassuming, but beneath your feet lies a vast labyrinth of caves, some so massive they could swallow entire city blocks. Carlsbad Caverns is a monument to both time and patience. Over millions of years, a slow dance between water and limestone carved out more than 100 known caves here. The crown jewel is the Big Room, a colossal chamber nearly 4,000 feet long and 255 feet high at its tallest point. Stepping inside feels like entering another realm. Stalactites and stalagmites reach for each other in the darkness, forming eerie shapes that look like something out of a fantasy novel. The silence is otherworldly, broken only by the occasional drip of water echoing through the darkness. But this underground wonder isn't lifeless. Every summer evening, thousands of Brazilian free-tailed bats spiral out of the cave entrance in a swirling living cloud, an unforgettable natural spectacle. Exploring Carlsbad Caverns is a reminder of how much there is to discover beneath the surface, and how nature's greatest masterpieces are often hidden in the most unexpected places. Now, let's set sail for one of the most remote and awe-inspiring destinations in the United States. Dry Tortugas National Park, Florida. Picture this, 70 miles off the coast of Key West, in the middle of the turquoise Gulf of Mexico, a cluster of tiny islands emerges from the waves. These are the Dry Tortugas, and reaching them requires a seaplane or a long ferry ride, making the journey itself feel like an adventure. But it's not just the isolation that makes this place special. Rising from the brilliant blue waters is Fort Jefferson, the largest brick masonry structure in the Americas, built from over 16 million bricks. Its massive walls and crumbling arches are slowly being reclaimed by the sea, creating a surreal blend of history and wild nature. Walking through the empty corridors, you can almost hear echoes of the past soldiers, prisoners, and lighthouse keepers who once called this fortress home. Surrounding the fort is a world-class marine sanctuary. Slip on a snorkel and discover vibrant coral reefs teeming with colorful fish, graceful sea turtles, and even the occasional shipwreck. Above the surface, thousands of seabirds nest on the islands, filling the air with their calls. At sunset, the sky turns gold and pink, and the fort glows as if it were a castle from a forgotten age. Dry Tortugas is a place of contrast, historic and wild, harsh and beautiful, isolated yet teeming with life. It's a reminder of how the most extraordinary wonders are sometimes found at the edge of the map, where the sea meets the sky and history meets nature. Hidden deep within the rugged heart of the Grand Canyon is a place that feels almost mythical. Havasu Falls, Arizona. Getting here isn't easy. The journey begins with a long drive across desert highways, followed by a 10-mile hike through winding canyon trails. But the reward? Absolutely breathtaking. As you round the final bend, the world transforms. A ribbon of impossibly blue water tumbles nearly 100 feet over a red rock cliff, crashing into a series of brilliant turquoise pools below. The color is so vivid it almost doesn't seem real. A result of high concentrations of calcium carbonate in the water, which reflects sunlight into a spectrum of blues and greens. The falls are part of the Havasupai tribal lands, a place where time moves differently. Lush cottonwood trees sway in the canyon breeze, and the sound of rushing water echoes from the sandstone walls. You might spot wildflowers blooming along the banks, or catch a glimpse of the elusive ringtail cat darting through the underbrush. Swimming in the cool, crystal-clear pools, it's easy to forget the outside world exists. At night, the stars shine brighter than you've ever seen, and the roar of the falls becomes a lullaby. Havasu Falls is more than just a destination. It's a sanctuary, a hidden paradise shaped by water, stone, and the passage of time. It's a reminder that the most magical places are often the hardest to reach, but the journey makes the arrival all the more unforgettable. All right, and that's a wrap. 10 of the most secret, most insane, and most beautiful destinations in the entire USA. From underground caves to remote islands to waterfalls that look like they're from another planet. Now I want to hear from you. This list was my top 10, but what did I miss? I want you to spam the comments with your own favorite secret spots. If you had your mind blown by any of these places, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and ring that notification bell so you never miss a single video. Thank you for watching and coming on this journey with me. We have some absolutely massive videos planned. The next adventure is going to be even bigger and more extreme, so stay tuned and I will see you in the next video.